reality coexisting with me. One that will come in present. Welcome, 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 welcome. To give my stream a few moments here and see if anyone would like to join and associate with me during this fantastic live event. That does not know, I am on Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram. You're correct. Are okay. Which oh, I should have used I could have used Streamlabs for this, but that's okay. Next time. Next time. Is that it? No, I don't think that was it. Whatever it was called. StreamYard. That's what I was thinking of. StreamYard. A lot of little flies buzzing around here. Oh, that's interesting. I got 2 thumbs up. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Haven't even talked about anything yet, but that's how fantastic it's gonna be. There we go. Now I think the algorithms are catching up to everything. Hmm. So let's get started. Some people playing basketball. There's a lot of crazy shit happening right now in the world. A lot of things are being revealed, which we already knew that was gonna happen. We knew things were gonna be revealed. We've been talking about this for uh years, actually. It's 2020. And there's a lot of things that are coming in the sight of people that they never even would have fathomed these type of ideas. They wouldn't want to fathom these ideas, but they are entertaining them. Whether they're fully true or not, it's hard to quantify, but it surely is getting people to pay attention to something other than what they're being fed consistently from the meteoric audience, the media. They want to keep everyone in a level state to where they don't cause many rifts. They're easy to predict. And there's a lot of self-reporting and different social media outlets of all sorts of people presenting information that people never would have thought about. Not at all. But there's also, on top of that, there's clearly a censoring of this material. That's all part of it or not? I don't know. I don't know, but I do know that this is showing a lot of people that there's more going on than we thought. And there's a lot more corruption in the world that people have been ignoring, and that's all coming to the surface. It's the corruption, and it's been hidden for so long. It's like take a take ball. I'm buffering. I'm just sitting here. I don't see that. Am I buffering for anyone else? Am I buffering for anyone else? Maybe I need to change positions. The access point is right on the other side of this. It's like 20 feet away from me. There's, I mean, my internet connection sucks. Don't get me wrong, but damn. But I'll continue. I was saying it's like holding a ball underwater. You can do it for so long, but it's strenuous. Even if it's not very strenuous, you're gonna let go eventually because it's consistent. pushing back because of buoyancy. It wants to get back to where half of it's above the surface, half of it's below the surface for the most part, depending on how the weight of the ball and everything. And the that's exactly what's happening right now with all of this uh, corruption and hidden information that has been kept from the public for so long. That has been kept from people in general. Consciousness, the light, the sight, eyes, and do it every New Year's in New York. They drop the ball every New Year's. There ain't no more ball dropping. Mm-mm. Everyone's holding their own ball. Everyone's holding their own medicine ball. They're holding their own weight because they're realizing that these people that they've looked up to probably are into some corrupted ass shit, whatever it may be. Whatever it may be, because they're up on a pedestal while you sit and stare at them through a black screen that glistens light and fractals at you like glitter. People are getting sick of it. People that are really good growing their own vegetables, their own food. Again, but through all this, people are losing focus on themselves because they're still focused on what is going on around them. And this is coming in all forms, whether it's the pandemic that is still going on, whether it's the fact that they're trying to claim that something that doesn't exist matters, Black lives doesn't exist. It's a misnomer. It can't be. Am I buffering for anyone else, or is it only Divine Hazel? You can't have Black lives though. It's not possible. It's unfathomable to have a life that is black. It's at that point you're looking at black and white. It's not Black Lives Matter. It's like what? All right, let me change position a little bit. I I think maybe because I'm back on my phone, which may cause a disruption in the wireless, because our bodies use the same exact type of technology, because that's where they actually got it from. So when your body is really working in a efficient way, it really messes up the signals that are going through the air from these electronical devices. I was saying that people get distracted by all of this that's going on. And that's why I need a better internet connection, which maybe it'll happen here. I don't know though. The internet is just garbage where I am right now. If I could, I'd turn on my cell service. I have unlimited data, but my cell service sucks here too. Can we'll just keep going. Maybe we'll keep You could always rewatch it if it is, because it will upload correctly, because I'm not seeing it from my end, which means that it's at least recording uh, smoothly. So all these different events going on, which what's the next one? I would expect some kind of bigger catastrophe at some point here, whether from nature or whether orchestrated, whether some type of attack. It may I don't know. We'll see. I would expect something bigger eventually here, but regardless, we have to realize that, and as you, it's yourself. That's all that any of this is. Not that actually create something for themselves now, but there is still a charade going on in front of them, which is keeping them from being what they actually choose to be. That's all that any of this that goes on is for. Whether it's actually happening or not is irrelevant, because you have to always know, you have to always remember that you're the center of the world. You've never been anywhere else. Have you ever seen yourself anywhere but the center of the world? And I'm your body, because you are not your body. This is what all this is trying to keep you attracted to, is your physical appearance, physically what's going on. As long as you're happiness, joyfulness, enjoyment, you won't. You will never have that true moment of enjoyment via observation, because that cannot occur while you are believing that you are in a physical body that it, while you go with that idea, you're beside yourself. Literally, you are beside yourself, which is what all of this is about right now. No matter what event you are looking at that is occurring, it's just one after another. First, it was coronavirus, then it was Black Lives Matter. Now it's the pedophilia ring in Hollywood. What's next? It's going to cover all levels of everything. It's going to reveal a lot of stuff that's been talked about for years that people have known about. But now people are being shown it in a much broader sense. And that's because this is a time for you to use you have it. Because that's what you are. You are not a physical body. And the system that enslaves you through nefarious ways will show you all of what they are doing just to keep their enslavement over you. They're doing it. They don't care that you know. Sure, they may try to make it seem like it's okay in the beginning. They try to make it, I don't know if people know, there was a TED Talk in like 2017, TEDx. Someone was trying to claim that pedophilia is a sexual orientation. But this is what the system will do. The system will not allow itself to fail. It will show its flaws before it fails. That's how it works, and is failing. That's how a computer works. Before your computer fails, you will know. If you are attuned with how computers work and what is going on, you will know that it's going to. You will see signs that it is going to. You'll be you'll be told with an error message, red or yellow triangle, exclamation mark. You will be told that there's something going on. People ignore these things a lot of times. They get a pop-up, click, I'll just keep going. This is the same thing that happens with your body, which is a computer. It's technology. You get acne on your face. You get inflammations on your face. You get swelling on your body. You get start retaining water. Your body's telling you something. People ignore this because they're not attuned with their body. This is all that this truly desire And if you see entertainment in that way, it's not enjoyable because it's short lived, it's ending. You get nothing out of it. You can take nothing from it. When most people sit down and watch a movie or a TV show, they're watching the story for what it is, and that's it. Maybe they'll go and talk about it with a few friends. They'll discuss it, and they'll move on. It has actually no meaning to their life and what they're doing. They see no symbolism. All right, that timing cut out on me. Saying it's a bunch of symbol rich pictures that are showing you this. It's always a game that we're not ourselves. If we play the game that we are not ourselves, we get lost in that. It's a game we're playing right now. And there's levels to that game. There's levels to it. But as with any game, it's coming to an end. It's gonna it's gonna be over very soon. But that's not good. That's not bad. That's excellent. That's amazing because people have been so strung out in a direction by falsities of this demigod of entertainment and education and learning and it's all based on observations, really perceptions outside of who you are. Okay, I'm gonna change locations real quick. I'm just gonna try it up here. We'll just try it here for a moment and see what this works. Let me sit down. Ugh. Maybe the Earth. See, 'cause I was sitting on the ground. What's up, Lumano? I was sitting on the ground. Maybe the Earth is actually affecting my Wi-Fi signal because the Earth is very volatile right now in her electromagnetic field. If you can feel it, there's a lot going on right now. There's a reason that there's a lot going on, seemingly in physical existence as well, because there's a lot going on in the mental construct of existence, which is the Earth. It's a base. And to get back to what I was saying, is that all of these things are simply removing focus from you. You, what is you? You is a cup, it's a vessel, it's what you hold something in. If you can't hold anything, you cannot do anything, you cannot possess anything, you cannot actually have enjoyment in a forward moving way. First, you need to be able to hold the ball. And when you know that you are the one that holds the ball and you are the one in control, you can finally have enjoyment. But most people do not see themselves in control in this uh, tyrannic system that we live in because of all these different intricacies of illusions in desperation to keep it going. It's falling apart. It is showing you point blank what is wrong with everything right now in the world. And you're going to be one of two people during this. All in the middle somewhere. You're either already going to know all this and you're going to see this as finally, or you're going to be like, what the fuck's going on? What is this? Why is so much happening in 2020? Where am I? Did it, did I enter the actual Twilight Zone? What? Why? Why? Which, if you even realize what the Twilight Zone is, you're in space. You're here. You've always been here. They've been trying to tell you, go to outer space, go to outer space. You can't. You're always in space. You are the corner of space and time. You are not space. You are not time. You are where they meet. This is why they have people consuming meat in such a heavy way. Because it is what you are. And as long as you are eating what you are without knowing that you are that, how will you ever figure out? It's a loop. It's a loop. And loops is the best way to confuse and deter growth, true nutrition. This is how you fuck up a computer. You can mess up a computer like that by creating a loop. If you can create an actual loop on a computer, it's done. Because it's gonna sit there and process that same thing endlessly. Endlessly. You just destroyed your computer. It just probably shut off if you did that, if you know how to do that. It's the same thing that happens within yourself. It's the same thing that happens when people keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over. Even if it seems physically something different, we are not physical. We're etheric in nature. And we have to see the symbols in the physical because the physical is nothing more for our enjoyment. We've we've just put over the arrow. We just put a body. That's it. We just put a different skin on it so that it looks pretty cool. It looks enjoyable because now it looks like we're doing something else. But in reality, in actuality, in all existence, we're not. We're doing the same thing for most of us because we're seeing that we're sitting down watching a new TV show that just came out on Amazon Prime or Netflix, which wasn't around 10 years ago. We're doing something new. No. People have been reading the media for centuries. Centuries. People have been fed the media. You're doing nothing new. It's a different skin. It's like you got a new phone and they decided to make it look a little different. It's the same damn thing on the inside. It's still using silicone. It's still using copper or gold. It's still using all these different components to make it work. It still relies on grounding and moving electricity in specific patterns to make that thing happen on screen. But people don't see past that screen. They don't know how it works behind there because they'd rather watch the illusion. But that's what kills everyone because your spirit can't take it. You can't take doing the same thing endlessly. It is tiring. It's like a tire going around and around and around. What happens eventually when you drive your car too much? The tires get worn out. You gotta change them. But people don't know how to change themselves. They do it until they actually fall into the ground. But that's all changing. It's all changing. And this is why it is most important to focus on ourselves, especially now, and what you have always dreamed of doing in your world, in your life. It's 100% possible. And you should see that more now than ever. Because if you go to the store, even if you go right along with this pandemic thing, you'll see it. Oh, I'm just like every other person in here. We're all wearing masks. Okay. That means that no one in there is any more higher or lower than you. You're all wearing masks. You're all going into the store doing the same thing, trying to get the same things. Feed yourself, this or that, get some clothes, whatever. Looking for enjoyment in some way. Then you can see that you actually maybe with this Black Lives Matter thing, you actually have had a better life than a lot of people for some reason. Why is that? Why is that? Then again, you shouldn't feel like, oh, I need to go do something for it. No, you should not go do something for these people because this is all orchestrated. But it should show you that. Hmm? It should show you that you actually are probably a lot better than you really think you are. You're probably a lot more powerful than you think you are. And all of this that is and is going to happen with the celebrities, all these stars in Hollywood, that should really make you feel like, wow, I looked up to these people. Like, what? Wow. I guess I'm a lot better of a individual than I gave myself credit for because I wouldn't do that. That's messed up. But you got to remember that you have to remember to see that you are the center of this. You are the one doing this. You are the one that has all the power. And that's what everything is showing you. It's just that it's trying to at its core to show you that you're not in whatever way. It's never going to give you something and say, this right here is going to be exactly what gets you out of this hell. Why would a succubus do that? They'll tell you that, but they're not actually going to give you that. It doesn't make logical sense that they would. It's up to the individual to see the deception in what is being said and to bring it back to the center. Because that's all we've ever been. Only been the center, you will always be the center. When you're not, come see me. I'll be interested to hear about it. How can you ever experience anything if you're not in the middle of it? I don't care if you're only looking in one direction. Where does it start? But I astral project and I move through my consciousness through the air into something in the distance. But where are you during that whole thing? You're the movement of it. You're the thing that is going. That's all we do is move in that way. But we have created a contingent reality where we can actually have what we deem now as a physical experience. Was that what it was originally? I don't know. I don't know. But it's what it is now. It doesn't make it real. It doesn't make it your life. It makes it experience. Because that X that you put over your eyes just changes how you see something. You can change your focus right now and you'll see something completely different. Maybe all of the trees will turn red, but everyone else will still see them as green. Maybe that's how they already are. Maybe none of us see the colors the same way. How do we ever know? Because it doesn't matter. As long as I say red and I see red, but I say red and you see blue, but you see blue as red, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. because we can still communicate, even though we're slightly off on our frequency range, even though we're just a little bit different with how we perceive things. We can still communicate on a level of where it's enjoyable. That's where we're heading right now. You have to just keep it here though. You have to keep it here because the distractions ain't even started. Just wait. Just wait. We are barely over halfway through this year. If you've noticed, it's been ramping up the whole year. Just wait. It's going to get a lot more intense in many ways. I would suggest people to mentally prepare because that's where we going. I'm just going through the chat here. It does feel like everything's being purified, Lumano, don't it? Don't it? Cleaned up. Like you can see things. That's what purification is. It's not about things being in a specific cleanliness. Is clear. You can see what it is. It doesn't matter if the water is murky, as long as you can clearly see it. Really, I've heard of that book. Of course, I've never read it. I don't know much about it though. I've definitely heard of it though. Spiritual preppers. That's funny. We should start a or a YouTube series, Spiritual Preppers. But all right, that's all I wanted to say. So I'm gonna let everyone go. I'm gonna I'm gonna go clean up the garden a little bit while I still have some sunlight here, because it is it is a little bit of a mess. And I would suggest everyone go. Oh, it's 11:11 there. Go enjoy yourselves. Don't go look at a screen. Don't go watch TV. Don't go see what's on the news. Don't even go read a book. No. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Because that's truly the most enjoyable thing there is.